blind spot and quickly just dive onto his back. Now the frontal catch is basically utilizing a blind spot the alligator has directly in front of his mouth. And below it, he can't see through his skull. His eyes are located on top. So he can't see when I put my hand underneath to get his head back. Reach over, get a good firm grip of the jaws. Now for the guys, pay attention, this is very important. When you hold the alligator, always hold him just like this. Okay? Never, ever like this. It's not funny, bad things can happen. Then all you want to do is cover those eyes and quickly spin over onto his back. Now, as I said, alligator wrestling is just capture techniques in the pit. A frontal catch, a quick catch. Another technique was developed that would allow a lone warrior to capture the alligator and bring him back alive. If I went out to catch this alligator by myself, I have to tie the jaws shut by myself. It is very hard to tie a knot with only one hand. Doesn't work too good. Seminoles came up with a technique we now refer to as bulldogging, holding the jaws closed with just your chin and your chest. So free your hands up and give you time to take out leather or rope and tie a knot. If you want to take a picture, wait till both arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. It's usually where I tell the kids to stay in school. You take out your rope, you make a couple of quick wraps, you tie a knot, quick knot, you have yourself a caught and tied alligator. He loves that stuff. You like doing that, right? Now, I will just quickly point out a few different things in the alligator's anatomy for you guys. The eyes of the alligator, it'll make sense later. Eyes of the alligator are very well protected. If you are attacked by a wild alligator and he locks on with the jaws and doesn't let go, don't waste your time poking, scratching, gouging at the eyes. It's not going to do any good. You're not even going to make a difference at all. His eyes are basically childproof. It doesn't hurt. Look, he's smiling. Alligator has eye sockets about that deep. Anything threatens those eyes like your fingers as he's ripping off your legs. His eyes will just drop to the bottom of the eye sockets well out of the way of harm. That bony, leathery eyelid comes down, slams shut over the socket, closing it like a door closing off a room. Unless you've got a screwdriver about that long, find something else to attack, preferably the nose. Punch it as hard as you can. Good chance he'll let go to bite whatever hit him in the nose. Another good chance is he'll just leave with whatever's in his mouth. So it's definitely a risk if you do that. Now, alligator has a lower eye membrane. Uh-oh, I killed him. Oh, there it goes. It's that bluish transparent lens you see moving from front to back that acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes. It also acts a pair of goggles for the alligator under the water. Behind the eyes, alligator's ears, these little flaps right here. Alligator hears just about as well as we do on land. He also hears very well under the water. Now, between those ears, behind the eyes, located right about there, is the alligator's brain. Believe it or not, this is about the size of this alligator's brain. There's only one animal in the entire world with a smaller brain to body size ratio, and of course is the alligator wrestler. Sorry about that. Sad but true. Now, what separates alligator wrestling from alligator capturing is the dangerous stunts. Doing stupid things like I'm about to do for you guys in a second. They started to do these stupid stunts for one reason and one reason only. Anybody know why? What came with entertainment? It was indeed to increase the amount of tips they would get from the tourists. I believe that's called pause for effect. This is where I inform you guys that due to the modern day insurance policies, we are in no way funded by the park. We're not even allowed to be employed by the park anymore. Therefore, all the money we get here does come exclusively through the baskets you see all along the fence line. That money goes towards taking care of the gators at this and other facilities. Mostly and more importantly, though, it allows me to buy more nuisance alligators off the trappers that would otherwise be destroyed. So anything you put in those baskets at the end of the show, always greatly appreciated by myself. Probably even more so by the alligators, right? Hey, at least he's grateful. All right, the first trick we're going to do is, don't oversell it. First trick we're going to do is what's called the Florida Smile. Open the alligator's mouth, showing all 80 teeth. He's got 40 teeth on top and 40 teeth on the bottom. If you look in the back of that throat, it appears that he has no throat opening. He's got an hey Stevie Wonder, give it a rest. He's got an oversized palatal valve or a glottis that allows him to go underwater and capture food without drowning, but he must surface above the water to swallow that food.
Ooh.
Next trick we're going to do is what we call the face-off, because if I mess up, my face will come off. This will also go to show you just what a bachelor's degree in psychology is now worth from the University of Massachusetts. My parents wasted a lot of money on college. They don't like the fact that I joke about it in the Gator pit all day. They often say if it wasn't for the Luxton twins, college may have been a total bust. Thank God for volleyball players.
Oh my gosh. You can't move.
You're bluffing, you're bluffing.
You can't move bottom jump.
No, he's not bluffing.
That's also a nice way to shave if you get trapped out in the Everglades. All right, guys, usually that is the end of the show, but it's Easter. I'm going to do one more trick for you guys we usually don't do. Reason we don't do this trick very often, alligator can hit or miss. Alligator wrestler can't miss once. So if I don't get to tell you guys this later, it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you for coming. Happy Easter and God bless. You know without me it'd be a suitcase, right? Worst part about this trick, alligators do not brush their teeth and they don't use mouthwash. But I try not to either, so if anything goes wrong, you won't enjoy it any more than I will.
What are you going to do?
Hey, the suitcase thing can still happen, my friend. He likes to build up the suspense. He's a showman. Hey, one phone call, you're full of zippers. Think about it. You're being the checked baggage line.
No.
You think I like it?
Don't do it.
Sorry, Mom. I can actually hear the ocean. All right, that's enough of that stuff. All right, guys.